Sean told you to come ruin the pod, didn't he?
Ruin it? I'm here to make it better. I'm here to spice it up, baby. Shane Masterson, what you talking about?
Dude, what's the show been like for you then?
Man,
You been working at all? You just been...
man, I don't work, bro.
What's up, guys? We're back with another episode here from the PGA Show. This time we've got a good friend on the pod. It's Sean, a.k.a. Chief Fun Guy, a.k.a. Head of Brand Marketing. Is that correct?
That's it.
There
Nailed
we go.
it.
All right, Sean. Well, you're with Bogey Bros.
Correct.
How's the show been for you guys so far?
It's been great.
Year one.
Year one, yeah.
Yeah.
So my knees hurt really bad.
That'll happen.
Walking here.
Is a very common thing
Yep.
amongst most people you talk to.
No free ads. I got some good shoes on, but
Yeah.
no free ads. But my knee hurts.
Yeah.
But realistically, all in all, it's been really great on both sides of the house as far as like wholesale, meeting new relationships with customers, and then on my side of the house of like talking to other brands, talking about partnerships, talking about the plan for 2024.
Yeah.
So far it's been great. Really been welcomed.
Yeah.
So I'm
Good.
stoked about that.
We've been over there, obviously, right? We
Yeah.
were doing some stuff with you guys earlier. The booth looks amazing.
Thank
It looks
you.
great, especially for the size that you have.
Yep.
Thank you.
I
Clean.
love what impresses me is there's booths out here close to where we're sitting right now, right?
Sure.
That are the castles, right?
Right.
And it's the big six. They've got their stuff out here. They look great too, but they're huge, and you expect that from
I
them,
mean,
right?
we can currently see the smoke from
Callaway, Bridgestone,
Callaway
Cleveland, all right here. What impresses me a little more than these are when I walk around the floor and I see the more limited spaces that are maybe, a little more in people's budgets, and what people are able to do with them, and
Sure.
the care that they give them, and the creativity that they can express in those spaces. You guys are killing it.
Thank you.
And because of
Thank
that, people were stopping by when we were there.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I'd like to, obviously, I'd like to say it was all me. Thankfully, it wasn't. The plan coming into it was, set up our own tent, honestly, and, do what we did
Yeah.
at, Rural Long Drive. And,
Yeah.
the closer it got, the more
Yeah.
nervous I got.
Yeah.
And it was, first year, here, you want to make a good impression. You want to, the people that have, been on the fence of, maybe coming to talk to us or wanting to work with us, and they see, your first impression, make it good, then it works out. So kind of waited last minute, but reached out to, I'll give her a shout out, Nicole with Boost for Less. They're located in Florida. They're down on the Panhandle side, down at the tip, but she was great. So between her team of kind of giving us an idea and some guidance and our, creative coming up with how we wanted it to look. I specifically picked a corner spot because I knew we were going to be off the main floor, but I knew if we could at least grab a corner where people were turning and make it inviting and not
bit more of a
closed off, we
junction.
could get people coming in from the right and coming in from the left.
Yeah.
So thanks for noticing. Yeah, it was, it's year one. It's a 10 by 10. Ryan, we've got to make sure that, there's value in it and what we're doing. And I think 100%, 10, 20 fold when we leave here, it's going to be
Nice.
that. But just standing there alone has been amazing. We've had so many people come by.
That's awesome.
And enjoy what they've seen and really like the product. So
Yeah,
that's what's been good.
Well,
What's,
rightfully so. It's a great product.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I was just curious what your guys' expectations for both the atmosphere but also the experience that you guys would have was prior to actually coming out.
So obviously kind of having some insides, talking to people,
Yeah.
Someone who used to work with the PGA Show, and talking with other brands that we're close with of what their expectation was is, one, up until, I wouldn't say short amount of time, maybe 6-8 months ago,
Yeah.
completely didn't realize it was just a business-to-business thing. Didn't realize it's not an open to the public thing. It's just strictly golf professionals and other businesses. So then you come into that and you're like, okay, well then how do we as a company, how do we as a brand trying to grow, coming off of our biggest year, insane year, how do we leverage that and manage our expectations? So we knew we had a couple priorities that mattered to us, which was growing where we're shipping, and creating better relationships there, and then growing our wholesale accounts and giving courses and buyers and people the opportunity to finally see the product. We're a small team outside of the core that there's a couple guys in the warehouse, but it's 6 or 7 of us plus the warehouse.
Yeah.
So we don't have anybody out doing sales and walking into courses in Massachusetts and Wisconsin and Maine and things like that. So for them to walk in, see our stuff, and be able to touch it, as a DTC brand, they're able to touch it and see it. And I mean, we're a little risque. Some of our patterns are unique, maybe toe the line a little bit, but the quality is what we always pitch. It's like, we can be funny, but we stand by our quality. And so
which
go ahead.
Is so true. I mean, from the first time that we were able to work with you guys, I mean, we've worked with a lot of apparel companies in the industry, and some have been great quality and others have been, honestly, not so great quality. And I think that was the first thing that stood out to me was like, not that I was expecting it to be poor quality, but I was just very surprised. I was like, holy cow, this is a nice, heavy, thick shirt that's also still stretchy, it's moisture wicking, all that stuff. And so, the quality, again, speaks for itself, and that was the first thing that stood out to me.
That's good. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard, for us being in Texas. We did a little bit of a thicker weight, but what we like about that is we feel that it does give that quality. Yeah. It isn't something that you can just wear to the golf course. You can you can wear it to dinner. It looks clean. It has a more structured feel about it, but it is still moisture wicking. Still has all the qualities you need. I mean, we've got Trevor with World Long Drive. He wears our stuff at every tournament, and they're out at Nevada and Tennessee, Hope Sound, places where it's muggy and humid. And the one thing he says, and I really appreciate, he wears them to make his muscles look good. So they're already tight on him.
Oh yeah.
He downsizes to look good, but he says what he likes about it is when he does sweat, it feels as if it's still two separate entities. It pulls the sweat away from him. His body's dry, and he can still swing freely.
Yeah, it's not sticky.
And then the hats, they're structured. They breathe in the back. Their performance. They clean well. I mean, I wear them on the course. I get dirty. My hands get dirty. I'm not the best golfer, so I'm probably cleaning mud off my ball a lot. But I mean, it's again, we're making a funny product. Some people are probably a little standoffish about that.
Yeah. Sure.
But when you see the quality, then you're like, okay, this isn't a gimmick. This guy's making a good product and have a sense of humor. And we hope that's how it comes across.
I think for sure. And Caden said that one of the first things that stood out to him when we started working with you guys was the quality. No doubt. I want to say from my end and from our end collectively, straight up, you guys are one of the, if not the funnest person to work with, because we're creatives, right? The sandbox that you guys give us to work with you in is massive.
Sure.
The things that we're able to do, the concepts that we've come up with and been able to actually implement and create, I never thought we'd be able to in this space. And every time that we've got a project that comes up or an execution that we need to concept and shoot, the possibilities with you guys are literally endless in this space because of who you are and your brand and your designs and your character.
Yeah, and it's kind of a mantra of ours, again, as a small business and, working with guys like you, your team, and others is you're subject matter experts. I love him to death. Ryan's not a creative. He's got great ideas. I mean, our concepts and ideas board, not a creative. John, not a creative. John's former firefighter. Yeah. Ryan's electric manufacturers, consulting, sales. I'm a former Marine, worked in commercial construction. Yeah, I mean, I dabble with a little food photography, but as far as creative of big time production stuff, I can pitch ideas, but we use you guys for a reason. So it's let's workshop it together. Let's storyboard it, and let's start with big, and maybe we make it this small, but we're gonna have a good time doing it. And so it's let subject matter experts be subject matter experts. It's it's no point to bring you guys on and then we just say, okay, just do what we want. Then why just hire our own person? You know what I mean? So that's what's made it fun. And you guys have knocked it out of the park with the creativity. It's nice to hand something over and say, we trust you, let us know what you come up with, and then we workshop it from there. And that's how it's been every go-round, so it's been great. Yeah.
No, and honestly, we appreciate that work environment, so it's been awesome to do that with you guys. I wanted to give a little bit more context for maybe some people that aren't aware of Bogey Bros and what you guys do. So give us a little bit of the story. So it originally started out as strictly a meme page, correct?
Well, so... This will be a little bit insight. Let's see how much I want to tell. So it originally started as a hat concept.
Okay.
Ryan, John, brothers-in-law, hence the Bros. It's sounds cleaner to say Bros than it does to say Brothers. However, we want to try to make sure that we don't necessarily identify with bro culture. You know, so it's really like this double-edged sword. But so they married sisters, spent a lot of time together, both golfers. You know, so they would get together, they play golf, and you know, you guys aren't married, you'll get there, but when you're out golfing, you're spending hours on the weekend, you're spending money, your wives or significant others or whoever, even your own family, kids, friends, or whatever, like, man, you're out golfing a lot, like, why don't you hang out with us? Or how much money are you spending? So for them, it's like, there's these funny things we say on the course. We all know them. Everybody, I don't care what brand you work for, if you're the highest ones, the Titleists, the FootJoys, the, you know, Peter Millars, all the way down to whatever other brands there are. We've all said the same things on the golf course. You know, it's, you know, oh, you should tap that. Haha, we all laugh. I mean, Happy Gilmore made half of those references for us. And so there's just funny things that you say on the course, and you're like, that's funny. That could be on a hat. So they started with that. So it was 10 hats. They're all the same color, snapback truckers, with just different patches on them. Out of John's garage in 2020. They told me about it. Well, Ryan told me about it. My wife went to college with Ryan's wife, and they were roommates. So, and really good friends to this day, you know. And so when he told me about it, he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna start this brand. You know, what do you think? You know, what do you think?" And I was like, "Okay." It's like, "Well, what are you gonna do for photography?" "Oh, I don't know." It's like, "Well, you could use your phone." Taught him how to use like Lightroom, how to shoot, everything like that. And then it's like, "What do you know about social media?" "Oh, I hate social media." Okay. All right. Well, you got a couple problems on your hand already. It's like, well, why don't you bring me on? You know, I had my food page, and I was like, I know enough.
Which,
you know.
Which, let me be your little plug here. Sean's food photography is crazy. Like,
thank you.
He makes everything look delicious.
I mean, it all is. I don't share anything that I wouldn't recommend to anybody, and I only post.
He's a true foodie.
Locally owned small businesses at the Ginger Food Blogger. Shameless plug. But anywho, so I knew enough, and I was like, "Hey man, like let me help you." And he's like, "Well, you know, you don't really know John. I don't want to bring anyone on." I was like, "That's fair." Obviously, we stay close. Our wives are really good friends. So as it grew, you know, he was like, "Hey, you want to help with social media a little bit?" "Sure, I'll help." So I'd help a little bit, back off, help a little bit more, back off, and each time my role would just get bigger and bigger, and I stayed involved. And more hats came out, a couple polos came out, more hats came out, and then back to June of last year, exploded. We did 10x revenue than we did the year before in 2023. So we needed to grow, and you know, to pat myself on the back, we needed someone that does what I do, that's willing to be the face of the company, that's willing to make content, connect with people, engage, get out, shake hands. And so Ryan came to me, he's like, "Hey man, you want to come on full time?" I was like, "All right, yeah, let's do it." And so, you know, with what they've been doing and me being and coming in, it's like it went from hats to polos, and we make new designs. And we got a nice meeting. We call over the top.
We are at the PGA Show.
We are. This is live.
This is how it goes.
This is how it goes.
We'll do it live.
But no, it's like. The original question is like, how did they get, so that's their backstory, and then how I got involved, and then like from there it's just like snowballed, and it was like, let's do hats, and let's do polos, and let's do, you know, ball markers and head covers, and the same theme has always been be unapologetically ourselves. Be funny, little edgy, little risky, never cross the line, you know where that line is, but you know, make good quality, and so it just continues to grow. You know, we bought a warehouse in Houston last year. We're still up in, you know, North Texas, McKinney, and I'm in Fort Worth, and you know, thinking about probably building out an office space.
Nice. That's awesome.
And a lot of big moving parts for 2024. So it's fun. I think that was a long, short answer.
No. I mean, like I said, prior to getting involved with you guys, I mean, I saw your guys' memes all the time.
Yeah. So the meme portion was. Instagram's a hard beast to grow on. It's actually easy.
It's the reason I bring that up is because that's honestly like a genius strategy, especially for the kind of section you guys are in, right? Like,
we wanted to present our personality. We wanted people to know we were funny. So, you know, we'd make our own memes. You know, obviously, big shout out to Travis Miller, PGA Memes. He's, you know, from Texas. I used to talk to him well before I worked for Bogey Bros. Just nice guy, and is amazing what he's done for the golf scene. And so we knew that would work. We'd see like viral reels that would go, repost them, obviously give credit. So it was reposting for a while, and I mean, it's going to grow. Like that's how the algorithm works. And so we use that. And then, as we grew over time, we started sprinkling in our own stuff, our product posts in, making memes and like photoshopping our hats on them and trying to find ways to make memes about our product. And so now, as we've gotten to here, it's like, we'll probably tailor away from it a little bit, but we still want to make sure that like everything we present to our consumers, to the public, is like, we're a bunch of regular dudes, wives, kids. Like, we like to have fun. We like to make jokes. We don't take ourselves too seriously. Like, golf is so hard.
Yeah, hard enough already, right?
It's so hard.
Cut
and like, if you go out there and you get stuck with like a stickler, it could. So it's the memes thing, and it worked. I mean, it got us to 100,000 followers.
I was just going to say, you guys just recently crossed 100,000 followers.
Shout out to Isaac behind the camera for starring in said video.
Killed it. Flicked 1,000 beans. Or 100,000 beans. 100,000 beans,
next question I had is just, what in your time being involved with Bogey Bros has been your favorite drop or your favorite pattern or favorite theme that you guys have done?
Man.
There's a lot to choose from.
There are several.
So, it is a limited release, but our latest drop so far has been my favorite. The creativity, the detail that went into it. I wish I was wearing it right now so I could show you. But it's an homage to everyone's favorite tournament, which is, in Scottsdale, Arizona, the Waste Management Open. And so, we tried to find pieces that you could connect with that tournament and connect with who we are. Obviously, if there's any one tournament that we probably connect with as a brand, it's that one. And so, we came up with that, got with the team, spitballed a few things, and when it came out, man, and that's kind of the beginning of like this newer direction with our designs that we want to go. It's like, it's not sublimation, it's a lot of different things, and there's so much stuff on that polo. It's so, I've loved it. It's bright, it's colors, but outside of those ones, my favorite. Oh man, that's so tough. Love it. Like second ball scratch golfer is one of my favorite hats.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Our Azalea's Bogeyman is one of my favorite hats as well.
Yeah, the Azalea Polo was actually the very first.
That was the first
project
time we
did with you guys. And that was actually shot. I mean, it was like a 24-hour turnaround or something like that. And it was just shot at a paper roll,
nice
right?
muscles.
Yeah,
big guy.
He's a nice guy.
He was my roommate. He's a good dude. Garrett.
He's
good
great.
dude. Nice muscles, Garrett. Good job, bro.
There you go.
He does do good.
But yeah, I mean, so the latest one is good, and then we've got some in the pipeline right now that I'm stoked to release.
Can you shed any light, any teasers yet?
It's an important tournament.
John gonna get you if you okay.
It's an important tournament. What color are my eyes? Little green. What color could my jacket
Black.
be? If I had a good jacket, maybe I won something. My jacket could be
Probably green.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We're just
I would never win it.
No.
Surely. But so that's one to look out for coming up.
Cool.
We've got a version 2 of the Welltail that's actually
I
going to
was
drop.
gonna say,
I think have you guys shown it at all here?
I have not, so I don't know when this will go out,
okay.
but we're releasing it next week, which is Tuesday.
Awesome.
The 31st or something.
Which has
like
been
that.
the highest.
Our number one selling polo.
I was
Number
going
one
to say,
seller is
you
the
were asking him
Welltail.
what his favorite polo was, so I was thinking about what mine's been, and we've seen a lot of them and used a lot of them, obviously, in the time that we've been doing this, and I think Welltail's my favorite just because of how smart and subtle it is.
Oh yeah, and it honestly,
it's
the
so
colors
good.
and the design is like from afar. You're like, man, that's a
cool
good looking pillow.
And
or
like,
polo.
it's just so like, because some of the designs are a little more in your face, some are a little more subdued, right? And Welltail for me is just the perfect like
combo of those.
It's
I
so
can't
smart.
tell you how many times I've sat at that booth, I've sat at World Long Drive, I've been somewhere where someone comes up, they're looking at it, or a buddy's showing another buddy, and they do the whole spiel, like, hey, what do you think of this? And they're like, oh, colors are great. And then they start pulling on it. They're like, man, really nice quality, whatever. And maybe the one guy already knows, and he's like, yeah, but like, what do you think of this polo?
Yeah.
It kind of looks a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, man, like, cool polo, really
Yeah.
cool, nice colors, really bright. And it was like, no. What do you think of the polo?
Look
and they're
at
just
it.
like, oh my God. And every time,
serious?
every time I'm like, oh, I wish I would have had my phone out. I wish I would have recorded that reaction because
Yeah.
like that is what makes that polo do so well.
Yeah.
It's like so many people. I mean, we had a guy yesterday, older guy, standing here to here. No, he's, oh, nice polo, great polo. Spends 10 minutes in the booth, does whatever, and then finally his buddy at the end's like, did you look at it though? And it's that whole same spiel every
Yep.
time. And it's such a good like live reaction to
Yeah.
get. And you know, it's subtle, it's funny. You know, women love it, men love it.
It's
so
smart.
you know, we're
Yeah, and
so
there's
excited.
immediately like a feeling attached with the experience that you have.
viral.
Like that.
I mean,
and
it's-
so yeah, you're just
it's
kind of like, oh my gosh,
huge.
like this epiphany, and then keeps you kind of engaged with it.
Yeah,
so that's
absolutely.
awesome. But
The last question I want to ask you, though, because I know we're wrapping up with the venue and everything. Year one for you guys here.
Yep.
It's been awesome.
Yep.
You guys are killing it. You've had a great year, 2023. We're into 2024 now.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking forward to the PGA Show next year,
Yep.
things like that. What are your goals going forward? Where does Bogey Bros go from here? Where do you have your sights set?
So this year we'll be some sponsors at some tournaments.
Awesome.
So just like little activation spaces, but you know we're North Texas-based company. Like I said, our warehouse is in Houston, but we started in North Texas. So we'll be at the Byron Nelson. We'll have a 10x10 setup.
Oh,
you know,
cool.
we'll be out there walking the grounds. Might be at Colonial, trying to work out a deal there. We'll be at Valero. Same thing, 10x10. Be there all weekend. Maybe something with Live Houston.
Very cool.
Again, seems like our demographic.
Yeah.
A couple, bigger golf expos, but biggest thing for us is continue the momentum, expand the brand, expand the collection. We're going to drop a women's line this year.
Oh,
it's been
nice.
highly anticipated. Women all the time commenting, "Hey, we like butts, whatever." Just like we like
We
the
like
funny
butts too.
designs too. Please make a women's line. So we're trying to get that out the door, finishing that up. Maybe like T-shirts. Really just like expand what the things you can get when you come see us, and then again, a few hopefully larger collaborations in the work, maybe like some permanent ones. So working on those, and if we can get those going, it'll be a fun year.
nice, right on.
A lot of big things. Thanks for sharing it all with us. Thanks for
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
some
sure.
time out. I know you guys are busy. We really appreciate it. Been fun catching up in person. We only get to see each other every now and then, so it's
Yeah.
always a good time. Thank
Yeah,
you.
slacks.
Yeah.
Those last minute
The
slacks.
slack,
Hey,
man.
can
Slack,
you,
baby.
can you slack me real quick? And I'm like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I'm golfing. No.
I actually had one more question for you.
Okay.
But I heard your friend.
He's here.
Okay,
I'd shoot him a
sweet.
text and see if I can get him over
Okay,
here.
yeah.
See if
well,
we can reel him in.
Okay.
Yeah, for
sweet.
sure.
Dude, so what did you think of the
I thought it
episode
was-
of
I
Sean?
mean, like it was. Luckily, we got it done in time before they closed, and so
Yeah.
it was good to have him
Hey,
out.
man, I thought you nerds were asking about
Oh.
me, man. Someone texted me,
Yeah.
said, Wedge wanted to see what Shane was doing. What's
yeah.
up, boys?
Yeah, good.
How
man.
y'all
are you?
doing?
I
Good,
guess you
dude.
are here.
Oh, man, I'm everywhere, baby.
Sean
I'm
told
in
you
your
to come-
dreams, I'm in your nightmares.
Yeah.
I'm everywhere.
Sean told you to come ruin the pod, didn't he?
Ruin it? I'm here to make it better. I'm here to spice it up, baby. Shane Masterson, what you talking about?
Dude, what's the show been like for you then?
Man,
You've been working at all? You just been.
Man, I don't work, brother. I just come here and look good, baby. That's it.
You
I
just come to
walk
the happy
around,
hours and hit some balls, don't you?
Just smack balls. Smack 'em. I could be on the road long drive, but I don't have time for that. I got so much going on, man.
You
It's
got-
a crazy life. for
You
me.
got PGA Tour in your sights, don't you?
They
you-
can't handle me.
You've been making brand deals out here?
All of them. Bogey
All
Bros,
the brands.
Bogey Bros better be careful, man. Someone's gonna sign me up. It's gonna be crazy. Tell you what. Peter Millar might not, but there's some brands out there looking at me, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, I see you. I see you. We do something together.
What's been the funnest thing you've done out here this week?
Man, I sang karaoke till about 2:30 last night. It was nuts. Did Ice Ice Baby a couple times. Man, it was crazy. I was just hammering them, man. It was a good time.
So is Ice Ice Baby your go-to karaoke song?
I'll
or-
do it with my eyes closed. I don't even need the lyrics on screen. Just do it with my eyes closed. I've done it in Rome. I've done it all over the world. It's a good time. I've had, but I guess PGA Show. That ain't it. Funnest thing I did out here, man. This is probably it, man.
This right
This
here.
is a little highlight. I love you guys.
You need to
so
plan
I'm
more
excited.
stuff. You need to have a better week next year.
No,
You come back
no.
down.
It's just I love you guys so much. So it's like, why not? Why not have fun now? Everybody, I ain't worried about them nerds. Come on now. What's
So
up?
what's Shane Masterson gonna be up to in this rest of
Yeah,
2024?
new year. What you got on the docket?
Man, You think look at me. You think I know how to plan anything? You think I put anything on a schedule? Man, probably crushing beers.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
always number one. Probably
Baseline.
crushing beers. Going low.
Yeah.
Going low.
Yeah.
Easy all day. Man, I'll probably be at a couple events. I don't know if Bogey Bros told you. We'll be at some events. I think Valero, maybe the Colonial or something like that.
You'll
Do
be out
they
there,
invite you, or are you just tagging along in the trunk without them knowing?
Hey, keep that on Lolo, man.
Sorry.
Keep that on
I mean,
Lolo.
however he gets there. But
Yeah,
you'll be
just-
out there kissing babies, signing autographs, just like
Yeah,
normal,
I mean,
right?
I'll sign whatever you want to an
Uh-huh.
extent, but I mean,
To an extent.
I'll sign it.
Yeah, where do you draw the line? Tell me.
You don't want to answer that. I don't know. I don't know what we're rating this, but you don't want that answer, baby.
This is child friendly.
I don't have a line.
There's no.
I don't have a line, so we'll just leave it at that, and I'll tell you what I'm not signing. Okay?
Oh my, oh my.
on.
What's been, this is a question I have. This is a question I've been asking people all week is what is the thing that's either impressed you the most or surprised you the most about PGA Show?
Oh man, the talent. There are so many good-looking women here. My God.
Right.
Did not expect that.
Right.
I mean, good night.
Of course.
I mean, the show. Man, it's huge. It's huge. I just get so distracted. I'd be walking down. I was like, ooh, hello. It's like, ooh, piece of candy. Piece of
Yeah,
candy.
piece of-
Now, I'm like, how do they not see me? It's me, Shane. I've been batting them away, but man, this place is so big.
Yeah, you need to have a Shane Masterson booth where people come to you.
Ooh, Bogey Bros, you better get your wallets out, baby. We're gonna do that next year. But I mean, I guess my face is all over that booth, but it's just so big, man. You
Yeah.
can walk it all day, and I don't think you can see everything. Amazing how big the golf world is. That's it.
100%.
It's just massive. gets it.
Shane, we got to know, are we going to have the privilege of working with you on set this year?
You can have whatever you want.
All right.
I'm free.
There's no line.
No line. I'll do whatever you want.
All right.
I don't make plans. You ask me where to be, I'm there.
Right
Bogey
on.
Bros paying for it. It's a fact.
Okay. Oh,
If you
Bogey
could-
Bros paying for everything right now, right?
Screw it.
Love it.
Sign it. Book it. Sorry, Ryan. Sign John. Sorry, John. Y'all gonna be out of money this year. Shane's going nuts.
Well, I think it's just about time for some happy hours. You want to go hit the road?
Yeah, I've been sauced up for the past couple hours. Let's keep it going, baby.
Let's
Okay.
go.
All right.
All
I'm
right.
out.
Thanks, fellas. Woo!